So anyway, now the next sentence is the important parts. The Muhammad, he tried to bring this somehow like on the path, everything. So someone who has followed that present path and obtained the present or blissful fruition of unsuppressible rank is called Sugatas. So now like more, next Rigpa no Hyabs Dembar, and the next is Sugata. So therefore in that case, I think also this three, no more than three Rigpas also can be, linked with somehow this path Rigpas. But however, then he used this quote, one quote here. This vehicle, great, mention, immeasurable as space, is the supreme vehicle that makes for an attainment of manifest joy, happiness, and pleasantness. Through riding on it, all sentient beings cross over to nirvana. So here, this is very popular kind of a quote. So when we talk about yanas, yana, vehicle is in Sanskrit yana, so we talk about 9 yanas. So yana word is sometimes, it only like, you can understand only path. Yana, 9 yana is path. But then yana is also sometimes can understand also result. So they call cause yana and result yana, for instance. So this quote is like tepandanase kanda yamin konjendis. So the first vehicle, great mention, immeasurable space. So in that means this like more where you are going, the place, more talk about final destination. And then gashi deva ngemba toje tep choks. Tegongchane senja tamne nyengen dos. And then this other hands, the tekpa is also, the yana can be like horse, which they are bring into that space. Tepa or yana can be, you can understand two way, where you go and how you go. So that way, the yana can be sometimes coarse, like yana is like horse, which you can really go stay. And then yana is like they're talking about the space, it's measurable space or something. That is like where you're going, the final destination, so like resort. So yana has both. So likewise, this Rigpa also can be cause and can be also result in that case. So that I think that is, we could also something understand. Anyway, then Shirap Tongba Nyedong, Tap Niji Chimbo, Melam something Angela Sobase. Then in further position who has gone to the present fruition of defined and having gone in these ways. This way. Okay. 대공견이 생겼다면 얘기도 싶어도 싫어 동반이도 다 이제도 매람도 something 얘기라도 넘버로 세 maybe 대인도 또 두번에 발라 되는 driven 줄 레버리시 파스. Okay, this quote, and then what you're saying here, the yana or path wisdom of emptiness, compassion, and aspiration, meditation, and through then, like achievement of the seeing path, meditation path, etc. So like path quality is also measurable. And during the Buddha on the path, also accumulation merit, like eons of the eons, to be benefit of the self and others. And because of that, like the here they're talking about sense. So power of those kind of practiced, based on the power of that practiced, such the compassion, method, aspiration, or basically we can call the 10 parameters, and wisdom, etc., kind of essential of the wisdom, which they collected or practiced through this eightfold path, noble ones, and then based on that, and you will reach to the result, which something we call Sugata, chola leopard. So gone into the Sugata Tibet word is Hyekpa. Hyekpa is gone. So this Hyekpa has also three kind of leopard Hyekpa, Hladmodoba Hyekpa, Maluba Hyekpa. And this also the Shanten they was teaching, they are mentioned these things. So of these three way of the going just mentioned of the first. And these three Shepherds, what they are using here?
Leopard Shepherd is gone.
Okay, leopard shepherd is gone well to goodness. And then what?
Leopard Shepherd is gone.
No, Hladmodoba Shepherd. Okay, now he put in Tibet also. Hladmodoba Shepherd, gone, not missing.
Gone irreversibly to irreversibility.
Oh, where is this? What's the irreversibly?
That means it cannot go
back. Cannot go back. Anyway, so okay, that is three kind of the Hyekpas. So this is also a little bit connected with like before we talk about some Buddhas. Okay, these are a little bit similar. So leopard shepherds, that means then the first leopard shepherds commentary. So Buddha totally abandoned of the cause and condition of the suffering, negative emotion, etc. So therefore they call perfectly or leopard shepherd well, what's it? Gone well to goodness. Gone well to goodness. Okay, and then this is the one thing. And then so this is like there's some kind of, that means the Buddha is far beyond the samsari beings, And then next is that irreversible gone is, and he abandoned even habit tendencies of the self-clingings, etc. All these roots, habit tendencies, etc. So that means the Buddha never has to come back into the samsara, and because of the root, the habit tendencies, etc. Everything abandoned. Then he gave example of the such sickness when they are once you survive, you never gain again. That kind of you have sickness. Likewise, and once he really removed of the habit tendencies of the self-clingings, then you won't be again in samsara by power of the negative emotions. So, and then it's so this is like Mama Rinpoche saying here is that this is particular, like Buddha is more far better of the some ordinary paths, ordinary paths. For instance, in Hindus, they have such meditations, they do meditate. The meditate is very deep. And for instance, some of the Hindus, there's loving kindness meditations. Generally, this four boundless, this word we copied from some Hindu's word, but therefore boundless means just limitless of the day areas, one levels, one kind of beings, and they say they are event, they here love and etc. What?
Brahma Vihara.
Or Brahma Vihara, right? Brahma, but nobody understood even you say Brahma Vihara. Same as like I say Tibetan word. If you say in English, that will be very good. Then
There are four abodes of Brahmas, Brahmadeva.
So that word we copied. But anyway, Buddhist boundless loving kindness is limitless of sentient beings. So the difference. However, so now they're talking about, so Hindus, they really deep meditation. They are almost, the top of the samsaras. But still, the root, the habit tendency is not abandoned. So therefore, when they talk, therefore they have to come again one day, to samsara, because the root is still there. So Buddha is showing the extraordinary, then those kind of meditators. So that's why they call irreversibles. And then next one is, I think, totally gone, right? Looks like.
Yeah, it says gone, not missing anything to nothingness, the Malupa Shepa.
Malupa Shepa is like, Malupa Shepa is, or complete gone. So he has used two words. Complete gone means for abandonment, realization, everything totally, accomplish it. And here says, there is nothing left to gain of the qualities and nothing left to abandon of the faults. And then he examples that such vast, fully filled of the precious jewels. And it's like that. So these are showing more like Buddha is far more better than Sharvakas, Patika Buddhas, etc. So Patika Buddha, Sharvaka Buddhas, Sharvakayana Buddhas, they never will be back into samsara by negative emotion because they abandoned negative emotion. However, still the realizations are still not completed. Still they need to be training and entered into the Mahayana teachings, because they they call one side of nirvana. They just being in nirvana hundreds of the years and they think that is enlightenment. But somehow then Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they're giving initiations of the lightness. We call Ozeshembu, great lightness of initiations, and waking up and saying, hey, now you could join Mahayana. This is not final destination. This is only a guest station. So then they think, hey, is this true? And then they have to come again into the Mahayana teachings. Then they need to practice of this Rigpa and feet. And then they will become enlightenment. Again, then perfectly gone, irreversibly gone, and then first one was well gone, etc. Okay? Oh, human dobe and Johnny Bao, Jones Jumba, the pen of Pambajugon, the human dobe only Bono, the okay, Nimbi so then tell us human dobe some Yojon, Pondo Mazoba, Nizeba Yimbi, so the dog is selling Sam Roya, you was salva.